Alright, hello there everyone, welcome back to Corey Loses for the continuation of the Community Challenge, which is sort of a 3.2 preview playthrough, but really not. For those of you who haven't seen the rest of the series so far, the way this works is we are doing a Galactic Conquest in a preview build of 3.2, where we are only starting off with one planet, and I'm only able to use units that were submitted and named by viewers, patrons, Twitch subs, channel members. So when a unit is built, I only get to use it until it dies. When it dies, it's gone, and I have to use basically whatever configuration of units people have given me out of a list of units that were available from mostly minor factions or units that don't get used too much in the mod. So last time we took over Barlock, we got all the way up here. We have some of this territory back here cleared up. But we are going to start getting towards actual fights with the Pentastar alignment in probably this episode, because I want to get up to Orinda. The thing with Orinda is that it's slightly more defensible itself, but it also opens us up elsewhere. Like, Bilbringi's really good, but not really something we can use to defend access to our territory. But there are a few units that have been added since the last time. I've added the hero units. There are still a couple units to be added from the other submissions that have been submitted since last stream or slightly before last stream. Those will all be added for next time. Doing the heroes takes a little bit longer because I've got to do the textures and everything. So all the heroes are... Oh, that's annoying. It's all different lines. I'm going to have to fix that. Kind of funnier this way, but I did the text descriptions by just putting it in the actual unit code, which technically works, but it thinks every word is its own string. So that, I don't know. I think it's funny. But I believe we have Hero's Bane, which is a Starhawk. We have Darth Razor's Wrath, which is the Mandator 2. And you must be 200% motivated to use this, which is the Armadia. So those are our two SSD options. We're going to try to get up to them in this episode if we can. We're going to want to build up another fleet over here in the east, which we will need a shipyard for... So maybe we'll build stuff up over here first, and then... No, you know what? We need the shipyard. We need the shipyard. We're going to buy the one on Ubrikia first, because we need to defend that planet. Anyways, we're already at the goal in 2, so we should be able to defend it. My first target may end up being the Pentastar alignment. Or... So we have a few options. We can go east for the New Republic. We can go north for the Empire and try to like push out both directions from that, but that really opens up extra territory for them to focus on. Or we can just kind of go up the side, take out the Pentastar alignment, and push east from there while holding out Ubrikia and Thanos. And I think that might be the easiest one to do. So that might be what we want to focus on. I would also potentially like to get up to Mandalore, because we know they have Concord, Dawn, and Livian. But if we can get Mandalore, that'll be both another shipyard planet, but also one that's pretty defensible. So I might even just send the fleet back around for that. We can go up through Contrum into Mandalore. And especially if we can take out the fleet over Hapes, which I'm not sure if we have anything there, but we should be able to retreat if we do that. Let's go that way. I'm gonna put this fleet onto Chazwa so we can keep the ground forces on Barlock. And I think we did have a double boom bus, so I'm going to have to sell one of them. I think these are both boom bus. Nope, that's down to the police. Do we have another boom bus somewhere? We queue up a second one? Maybe one of them died. I'm not sure. Either way. Okay, cool. That's already conquered in space, so we can move freely through there. Chazwa. I'm gonna get at Chazwa 2 heavy vehicle factories. We do want to keep building up our ground forces. So let's grab... They hate me because they gilzaint me. Unless they're... I'm not sure. No, I don't think anything else is already in construction. Discount ATSTs. Chrono shifters live on. Rolling death. Are there any sketches or artwork regarding Hapan starfighters? We've shown... I think the Hapan starfighter models were even shown in... in the anniversary stream. You had GameSphere. I don't know if it's been coded in yet. If it's on the spreadsheet, so if you want to keep track of our progress in the playthrough, there is a link to a spreadsheet in the description, which will show the units that are available throughout. If it's on the spreadsheet, that means it's been coded in. If it's not on the spreadsheet yet, then that means it hasn't been coded in yet. So that'd be the place to check there. Like Endless Space? I have not played Endless Space. I played Endless Legend.
Receiving orders.
Okay, this'll be a simple one. Yeah, Valerie did also do a concept for the Mytil Interceptor, which I think was used by another mod to make a Mytil Interceptor as well. Alright, Shield of Wrath. But that's on the mod database page if you want to find that. Spirit of Recusant. Just a bunch of Carracks. This will be a simple one. Very simple. Just the Liquor. Spirit of Vengeance. I'm going to throw it on that side. And I'll keep the smaller ships out just in case. Alright, I think we're going to save up for the Mandator first of our heroes. Alright, get in there. Maybe we do want to speed this up with some extra units. So God Eater, Pride of Commander, Wonawenga, push it to the limit, Glory. It should be able to kill off the Kadabe, Spirit of Vengeance. Yeah, this is the Hapan Fleet Tender, the Coronal. We didn't want to call another ship Corona. Partially because no one likes Coronas anymore, and partially because there's like 3 other Coronas in Star Wars. And that's like a conservative estimate.
Yes, sir. All batteries fire. We are victorious.
We are, in fact, victorious. Alright, and just to make sure that the Empire doesn't get there first, let's go see what's at,
Construction complete. Construction complete.
what's at Mandalore. A lot, apparently. So at least the Secutor. We'll see what else is supporting it. Probably a good chunk of frigates, because it's a big stack. Alright. And a raid fleet. Okay, let's go up to this side. Luca is asking, will Ars Dangor provide a discount, and how much pop cap will the Mandator 3 inserter take up? I'm not sure if Ars Dangor will provide a discount. He's already going to be in an SSD, so I don't know if we'll double up the power on that. We might, because he's primarily like a political hero, I think. Forget. But it's probably not going to be a decision I'm involved in anyways, so I'm not really going to be the person to ask for that. How much pop cap will the Mandator 3 inserter take? I really can't answer that. They have to be fully statted first. because that partially depends on gun counts on the ship, and then they get a pass from that, and then the pop cap is determined based on how strong it is. But it'd be roughly in line with like the executor and stuff. It wouldn't be super far off that.
Vector set.
Choose your reinforcements.
Coming around.
All right,
Heading to destination.
in we go, Miss Rona.
Coordinates received. En route.
Liberation, Wolves Fury, Just the Liquor, Spirit of Vengeance, Lion's Pride,
Location.
Laser Cannon Fodder, Dwanawenga,
Forward.
God Eater. Oh. Stupid Raid Fleet Crash. I'm not sure what does that, because we've like gone through every possible unit and faction spawn for it, and it still happens. Does Legitimacy Warlord joining your faction happen trigger after each legitimacy change or at the end of the week? It's after legitimacy changes. We disconnected it from the week change because that's when too much stuff happens. So we can have stuff happen outside of that. It's better. Easier for players to track. Can you tell us when Fall of the Republic 1.2 will be out? Cannot. We won't have a release date until we're in beta and know how beta is going. Other than that, we'd just be lying if we tried to give release dates. Also, thank you, Andrew, for the donation before the stream as well. We are really close to the donation goal for another single stream Galactic Conquest. I'm not sure who we do that as. Probably as Ariadu, Zinj, or the Greater Maldruid, whichever one isn't, or one of the ones which isn't going to be the next preview playthrough. Because that'll probably be an Imperial one, showing off another Warlord roster and legitimacy. With all the variants, it can take a while to load all the patron units. So many XML objects. So it's still coming back. Right now it's just the space heroes. The ground heroes will be coming either next time or the time after that, depending on how many other regular units I have to code in.
Coordinates received.
Alright, I'm just gonna just speed that along this way.
Construction complete.
Receiving orders.
And we'll keep that other defensive fleet on Barlock instead. Chazwa, we wanted to build heavy factories there, I think.
Building under construction.
Barlock, we were already building that. We wanted the Hate Me Because They Gills Ain't Me. And I think we built something else here. I don't know. Let's build Death Spin, please, instead.
Tactical battle imminent.
Gotta redo that one. Thank you, new watchers, for their donation, saying, what's the most effective way to deal with the full platter of Magna Optitar droids, the CIS Senate lasers, and 3 heavy factories? Clones can actually deal pretty well with Magnas. Like, Magnas have really good anti-vehicle weapons, but they're not great against even a relatively small group of infantry. Anakin can kill them individually, so that as well.
Moving to coordinates. Order confirmed.
Spirit of Rona, Spirit of Vengeance, or Spirit of Recusant, not Spirit of Rona, Miss Rona. Just the
Moving to
liquor.
those coordinates, sir.
Weapons online.
But like this time I did the
Destroyer standing by.
space heroes with their textures, and I also did the orbital bombardment allowance for our units.
Target the lasers.
Sasheen cruiser reporting.
Yes, Commander. Moving to coordinates.
Primary target.
Awaiting orders. Our target priority.
Yeah, and then there's the perennial A6
Weapons
problems where they can kill anything. So that's another thing you can do.
Priority target identified.
commencing. Attack.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you don't want to go in too far. You want to go and protect the
Choose your reinforcements.
mana.
Location confirmed.
Later, get all of our Spherenas in.
Awaiting your command. Fire. Your command, sir. Order confirmed.
The main reason I want an SSD is really just the hypervelocity
Attacking target.
protection.
Commander. Fire at will. Heading to destination. We're moving out. Attacking.
Are victorious.
Not just that, but like that's the main thing that's going to open up for us, is not having to worry as much about larger station assaults with the hypervelocity gun. Thank you, What You Want About Mate, for the $2 donation, asking, what's your favorite warlord and why? I've always liked Maldruid. I'm not sure which of the new rosters I prefer, though. Maldruid I just like because red. I think that's one of the reasons it's as popular as it is. But yeah, I'm not sure with updated rosters what's going to be my favorite. Probably not Ariadu, though. I don't love using large ships quite as much. All right. We are gonna hold off another week or two before buying anything. All right, let's redo that battle at Mandalore. Without a raid fleet this time.
T2B over.
Construction complete.
We've located the enemy.
Thank you, Dave Filoni's third nipple, for the $8.48 donation, saying, Corey. Okay, let's see if that happens again. Is Charlie a pickle sniffer? 5 pounds rests on your answer. I don't have inside information.
Coordinates.
I don't know that Britain has pickles. I use the MC-75 and Starhawk submod in Skirmish. I don't think we've added them to Skirmish
En route.
for the submods. Or I didn't. But
Moving out.
Choose your reinforcements.
we may in the future with like further changes to Skirmish along with it.
We're heading out.
Because that's a pretty significant change to the
Heading
the
to
roster.
destination.
Or we'll just throw it in because if you're playing with it at that point, you're doing it for the fun.
Received. En route. Moving to coordinates. Moving out. Right away. On my way. Forward. Advancing.
Reinforcements
Weapons
canceled.
charged. Crusaders' weapons are charged and ready. Heading for coordinates. Frequency.
Fuck. I wonder if it's the map. I don't know if someone changed something on the raid fleet script that made it do something different with the map. There have been like three times when people have tried to change the raid fleets and I've had to tell them to revert it, but I don't know if it always got reverted. No, I didn't put in anti-fighter for the Spirna. Or the point defense. It's always got its actual laser, it doesn't have the point defense. Well, that's unfortunate. I'll just go around a different way so we don't have to do the same battle 3 times in a row. We'll just go in through Levian, take out the actual Imperial planets on the way. The Spherna is mostly armed with lasers. I think it has some light turbos as well. Let's see. I will check. Where did I put it? In frigates, I think. ML units. Or did I put it in corvettes? I think I put it in frigates. Heavy dual lasers, light dual lasers. Okay, so heavy and light dual lasers. The Altor will be a big fleet tender. Thank you, Silva Alexis, for the $20 donation saying, "Keep it up, Corey. Love the stream. Can't wait for Hapan 3.2. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoy them. And hope you're enjoying the repeated Battle of Contrum. Alright, let's do this a different way.
Building under construction.
It'll be a bit easier to defend this way anyways.
Coordinates.
You don't have to worry as much about this.
Moving. Receiving orders.
Tactical battle imminent.
Okay, look at that. They have a big fleet. Do they have... They have a hypervelocity gun. Who gets the Spherna? The rebels do in Imperial Reign. Oh, well.
Choose your reinforcements.
The Starhawk missiles aren't going to have a good time, but...
Cruiser standing by. Moving to coordinates. Order confirmed. En route.
All Lancers. They have a lot of low-level shipyards, I guess.
Moving to those coordinates, sir.
Affirmative. Coordinates received.
What the fuck? My game just doesn't like me today. Not even a raid fleet that time. Sorry about this. How do you model? The program most of us use now is Blender. There's a ton of Blender tutorials out there. No, I definitely didn't merge in the main branch. If I did, it just wouldn't load. But if you remember at the start of the PA playthrough, we had like a crash every round battle and then it just stopped. So you never know what's going to happen. even the base game we had a crash in the campaign. Like, there's some stuff that's just seemed unstable randomly since the January patch, especially because I built a new computer, so it's always hard to know like what's coming in from what. But also work in progress builds. Who knows? Thank you, Polyworld, for the $5 donation. So you're getting the mandator to prevent more losses like your childhood friend IST2. May they rest in peace. I don't know, like, if Dak and Charlie are still putting you guys up to this or what, but... Also, thank you, Clamburglar, for the $20 donation, saying maybe we can bribe it to stop crashing. Thank you very much, guys. I don't think I built GameSphere yet. All right, before moving anything else, I'm gonna go attack. I'm gonna do it.
Coordinates received.
Beginning construction. Tactical battle imminent.
Maybe it's all the Lancers doing point defense on the
Enemy forces ahead.
on the same missile.
Choose your reinforcements.
Moving to coordinates. En route. Order confirmed.
Okay, let's drop all of these guys in here.
Star Destroyer standing by.
Their weapon systems.
Star Destroyer reporting in. Moving to coordinates. We've got them on scopes.
Like, it's anti-fighter lasers, but enough Corvettes can still do
En route. Moving out. Moving to
some damage there, so we gotta be careful.
Star Viper Squadron reporting. Someone on my tail.
Weapons online. Yes, Commander. Watch the crossfire. Commencing. Attack. Awaiting orders.
The Tier 1 legitimacy heroes are currently Ars Dangor, Joseph Grunger, and Gandromal, I believe, is the third one. But not everything is going to be finalized yet, so...
I need help here.
That's why there hasn't technically been an official announcement of any of the legitimacy heroes. It's just... you can pick some of them out of the announcement video. These are neither Mandalorians nor Rebels. These are actual Imperial forces.
We're on station.
Attacking target. Roger that. Fire at will. Form up.
All right, Spirit of Percusion. I'm just going to send you in that way. World Devastators are not going to be returning for point 2. There's a lot of Lewis scripting going into other stuff for point 2. And that's what World Devastators mostly need, is scripting for their actual mechanics.
I've got them in my sights. Battleship reporting. Moving out. Coming back around for another run.
Alright, I'm going to save after this, just because why not? We're half an hour in, we can save now. I really just want Mandalore. But on the plus side, economically, we should be able to grab all of these interior planets without having to worry too much about the PA or the Empire getting to them. Which eventually will turn into a bunch of credits for us. Not so much right now, Because I want to make sure we push out to as many easily defensible areas as we can before the other factions are able to fortify them, and before we spend too much time in our own backyard.
Construction complete.
Do we want to invade this? I think we're just going to go past here to Concord Dawn first. Take Concord Dawn, Mandalore, and then come back for Levian.
I'll get there.
Because they've already built this up as much as they can.
Tactical battle imminent.
Thank you, Revenant, for a $100 donation, putting us over the goal. Very, very appreciated. We'll have to do a poll on what the GC is going to be.
We've located the enemy.
Thank you, dude. Super generous. Can't even eat dinner tonight now.
Reinforcements.
Or tier 1 legitimacy heroes new. All the heroes that we've got in at tier 1 are new right now, yeah.
Heading to destination.
The concept of legitimacy is also new, if that's what you mean. That's
We're heading out. Moving to coordinates. Right away. Moving to coordinates. Advancing. Right away.
gonna have our little clump of things to get healed
I copy.
behind our semi-battle cruisery things. Would you do a single stream Stellaris Star Wars? I don't have a good enough handle on the pace of Stellaris to commit to that.
Coming around. Star Destroyer standing by.
Ready.
So maybe,
Standing by.
but
Star
I don't know. There'd have to be both enough.
Heading to destination.
I'd have to be reasonably sure I could do that in a reasonable amount of time.
Awaiting orders.
Roger that.
And
Awaiting
there'd
your
probably have to be enough interest.
Attacking. Awaiting your command.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold you there. I'll hold you there.
Command, sir.
Here we
We're
go.
moving out.
Attacking primary target.
Targeting.
Because, like, I think even the smallest maps in the existing Stellaris Star Wars mods are quite large.
Reporting in.
So,
Priority target identified.
Our target priority is the laser cannons.
Attack.
alright, let's get each of them to focus on a different side.
Form up.
Copy. Engines activated. The lasers are our target.
Right, and just get you guys to where you can take some pot shots.
Destroyer here. The lasers are our target. We've got them on scopes. Attack
Are
commenced.
we free to attack?
Then focus on the next one. You guys can take that one out. Send some fighters over. Are these all Tectors? No, they're all IST-2s. Where are your fighters? There's a fighter.
Copy. Attack. Our target priority is the laser cannons.
Weapons online.
I copy. Fire.
They will be destroyed.
The lasers are our target. Open fire. Attack.
Weapons charged. Disable those ion
Sasheen cruiser reporting. Focus fire on their weapons.
Get on this next one.
Systems. Attacking primary target.
online.
Star Destroyer.
Alright, ooh.
Identified.
Push that one.
Weapons charged.
We're really taking damage on this. Fuck.
Attack that target. Attacking target. Fire at will. Destroy the ion cannon.
I'm not sure how it would have broke since last week.
Our target priority is the laser cannon. Attacking. Fleet. Await transmission garbled. Repeat.
But that's annoying. Oh well.
Awaiting your command. I've got him.
Spray is gone. Kenobi battleship reporting. Target him. The lasers are our target.
Oh, we almost lost. That'll actually be really helpful against the PA.
Disabling their engines.
Standing by.
Alright, I don't think we lost anything there. We almost lost an Antigo, which would have been pretty terrible.
Fire on the engines.
I mean, if the AI fighters don't spawn, I'll just make them spawn through XML, because they do have some complements that way. It just won't be the exact intended complement. So it won't be the worst thing in the world. We have to do it that way. The fact that mine are spawning with theirs aren't kind of weird. No, we lost Scrap Heap. Very sad.
Brigade standing by. Moving.
Invasion commencing.
So yeah, we'll figure out who we're gonna play as for the next campaign, for the single stream one. Maybe not Ariadu, because like the big thing there would be the Asserter, which both isn't done yet, but will hopefully be done soon. But more importantly, is going to be less present in a small single stream campaign. They're more of a full stream or a full series preview.
Engines activated. Artillery reporting. Receiving orders. Ready for orders.
Okay, I don't know how many ground units they have here. They only have the one structure.
Squadron moving out. Transit proceeding.
Get out of there.
Command received. Comlink active. Right away. Moving out. Heading out.
Definitely not Duskin League, since they're not playable.
Roger that.
Okay, send one of you over there.
Destination ahead.
Keep one of you here.
Awaiting orders. Let's move
We
out.
can fight that with them. And we'll also bring in debt collectors.
Copy. Let's go. Keep going. Attacking. I got you. Firing. This way. Reporting. Engines activated. Engaging. Yes, Commander.
A different EAW one? I want to do PR at some point, Phoenix Rising, but I don't... For a lot of other mods, I'd have to know the pacing a lot better to commit to doing a single stream campaign. Because if I do that, then I don't want it to take, like, 2 days.
Ready for orders. At the ready. As you wish.
Because there are also some other mods, like the... I don't know, like the NJOSA mod or Age of Legends now, that go really quickly. So it'd be like 2 hours for an even larger campaign.
Comlink active. Roger that.
Yes, sir.
Awaiting orders. Form up. Squadron moving out. Awaiting orders.
We really need the repairs.
T4P mobile. Copy. I copy. Transit proceeding.
We're gonna go still this way so we can get to that other landing zone.
Reporting.
We'll send these two probably up that way, up to the river. 'Cause I just want to stop them from having that field base.
Ready. Lancet standing by. Aerial
Need to
artillery.
heal them up. You guys need to get healed as well.
Moving into position. Right away, sir. Ready for orders. Right away. Attack.
You're not an actual area. You don't need to worry about that.
At the ready.
I panicked for nothing.
Ready to receive orders.
Panic for nothing.
Comlink active.
Everybody calm down.
Roger that.
Missile ready.
Form up.
Alright, you go through this way. Alright, you guys take care of that. And we want to deploy out of here. Nope. That is a threat to you. Rip.
I copy. Engines activated.
I don't think that'll lose us the company. That might.
Y-Wing Squadron reporting.
Reporting. Receiving
Alright,
orders.
now get in there.
Yes, sir. As you wish. Target locked.
Everyone get in more. Everyone get in more. There we go. Kills ain't me, boom bus. And sound. There we go. We made it in. Oh, it's gonna get out of there. Missed my first orbital bombardment. Doing great. There we go. There we go.
Ready for orders. At the ready.
Galactic Conquest and Yevethan, there's not much going on there.
Ready to receive orders.
It's more of a skirmish mod.
Cut through them.
Like, when we did the Yevethan multiplayer streams with Beck and Charlie, we usually go and, like, mess around in Galactic Conquest afterwards, but then it's just... I didn't go in with high expectations, but I still was a little bit disappointed with... Because, like, it gives you a bunch of units off the top, but then, like, there's not much to actually do with them. You just go through and win the campaign almost immediately with it all. No, I'm not going to do remake. Alright, so we're going to go to Mandalore next. Which, we know what's there. Hopefully what's there isn't a crash. But I don't think we lost any ground stuff there. I've done AOTR before. I don't think there's any maps that are particularly suitable for a single stream campaign in that either. That'd take generally a lot longer. And I don't know the pacing on their smaller maps enough. I don't even know if there are smaller maps. Are Jedi or Dark Jedi on the agenda for point 2? The reworks for regular Jedi units,
Crusaders' weapons are charged and ready.
they're mostly planned. I don't know. I don't think they've been actually done in the code yet.
Coordinates received. En route, moving out.
If you mean if they're gonna be present, then yeah, they've basically always been there.
We're moving out.
Shield of Rat, like, these guys are getting their fighters. Why is the Empire not? Spirit of Vengeance.
Move out.
I wonder if it's the era.
Moving there now.
Fall out.
If somehow the era set for the Empire, so their tech level was set incorrectly. Because we changed how the eras work, but From the Ground Up has its own scripts for that.
Systems.
So if they were set to the wrong thing because that script wasn't updated, that would be a reason.
Enemy Hana base. Priority
Because
target.
the Independents wouldn't have their era set to something other than what it would just naturally be in the XML.
Be destroyed.
Our target priority is the
Docked in
laser.
their weapon systems.
Attack. Move out.
Attacking primary target.
Because, like, mine are working, so it's not like the script just, like, outright crashed.
Target
The Independents are working.
They will be destroyed. Docked in their
It's just the Empire so far.
I copy. We shall be there shortly.
So my guess would just be because of
Right away.
era changes.
Are our target. Moving out. Attack that target. Form up. We're heading out. Bombers at the ready.
'Cause if it's just one faction, that's a lot easier to deal with, too. We'll see if the PA is the same.
Fire at will.
Because they wouldn't have had their era setup changed either.
Targeting the enemy Hana base. Targeting the enemy Hana base.
'Cause if that's the case, then it's an easy workaround for this campaign, but also an easy fix. We just need to update from the ground up.
Primary target.
The main mod. The more I think about it, the more confident I am in that hypothesis.
Priority target identified.
There we go. The only thing that can defeat me at Mandalore is a crash. And I'm definitely overdoing it on the saving right now. No such thing, really. Save every 4 minutes. Alright, once we have Mandalore, we'll push up to Levian. Because that's not any harder to defend than what other planet were we at there? It wasn't Barlock. Barlock's farther west. I don't think it was Karita. It was only 3 ground slots. Pretty close to having enough money for Chazwa. That's what it is. Pretty close to have. That'll also stop them from accessing Corson. Like, we're probably gonna want. I mean, if we can take this whole area, that just gets us up to Obradon and Terrace. That stops them from getting Bilbringi. Takes a few planets off them. We keep Mandalore on the side here, and then Terrace and Oberdan are really no worse than Barlock and Chazwa. Terrace is slightly better. Yeah, I don't want to risk bringing over other units. The Mandator we have for this is the Mandator 2. We have the Mandator 2 and the Armadia as our SSDs. The Mandator 3 is not quite finished yet, though Farshot did finish the model relatively recently, the last couple days.
Awaiting orders. Choose your reinforcements.
We do still have our strike breakers,
Reinforcements en route. Copy.
just in case anyone decides to like walk in on this side. I'm going to
Copy.
build stuff there.
Reporting.
You guys are going to get into a strike breaker.
Heading out. Copy.
One of you is going to go over to that.
Station ahead.
We're going to try to get that landing zone.
Turret constructing.
Order acknowledged. The enemy has been spotted.
And a field base.
Let's go. Yes, sir.
Alright, you keep going that way. You're going to go to the capturable.
Commander. This way.
See what it is.
Complete.
Order, sir. Construction complete. Right away, sir.
These guys are scavengers. I'm not sure if those are the heavier light scavengers. These are heavy scavengers. per tooltip.
Standing by.
Always read tooltips. So they're the scavengers are basically a type of independent force infantry you can come across. Nolan did a ton of new unit types for that.
At the ready. Ready to receive orders. Blast them out.
What is that? That is actually exactly what I was hoping it would be. I don't know if that's a random one or if I just got lucky there, but
Adjusting navicomputer.
Reinforcements cancelled.
Right away, sir.
The fourth order acknowledged.
Engaging. Target in sight. I copy.
right.
Planted. Targeting.
One more of those. And you deploy. Now get over there.
Sensor array.
Can you guys, like, can you hit the thing? There you go. Thank you, guys.
Standing by.
Alright. Did all of our infantry die over here? Not quite. Which is the real one?
Roger.
I think you're both real. No, wait, the phalanx infantry weren't reworked to work that way yet, so I think they're all real. They work off of standard rules. Standard terms and conditions. Just to be safe,
Ready to receive orders.
I am going to do some healing.
Comlink active.
Y-wing standing by.
Some bunkers. Shoot that stuff. Shoot that stuff.
Moving out. Attacking target.
Copy. Commence assault. Ready for attack.
The cutting off of the firing effects keep making me think the game is crashing. A very stressful situation. We hit both. We did. Oh, no, that did hit. It's the turret that I'm seeing there. That's good.
Copy.
Go up this way. And we're going to hold the bridge while we go for the
Awaiting orders.
victory point.
Reporting.
They shouldn't be able to get through us here.
Avoiding fire.
Excuse me? How dare you?
Copy.
Copy.
How
Yes, sir.
dare you? I would like to update some of the random spawns on From the Ground Up. For not for everything, but have some planets have a preferred spawn group for stuff that's generally independent anyways. So like Mandalorians having Mandalorian groups by default on Mandalore.
Received.
Because for most of the galaxy, having it be whatever works really well. I don't want to change that. Just there are a few places that where they're typically
Available.
treated as independents anyways. Could be more fun. Any good old Republic mods for EW that you want to try out? There's not really many that got very far in development, to be honest. Like, in some ways, Revan's Revenge is already farther along than a lot of what's been released.
Destroyed.
How dare they kill my droideka? I paid good money for that.
Aerial artillery reporting. Ready for orders.
I'm shocked and appalled. Shocked.
System conquered.
And appalled.
Let's move out.
Beginning construction.
Alright. I'm going to save there again, because that's been our goal the whole time. And as much as I want Evian, I want to wait the week or two so we can get the Mandator starting to build. Revan's Revenge single stream. I'm not. It is possible that the first showing of Revan's Revenge could be a single stream GC, but I don't. I would prefer not to do it that way. Because, quite frankly, more views. Gotta eat. What do we want else? You're good at Barlock. So my hypothesis is going to be if we go into Ord Mantell and they have fighters, then it's almost certainly the Era set for the Empire. If they don't, then it's still possibly that, but that'd be a good confirmation at least. Or a good indicator. Not necessarily a confirmation.
Receiving orders.
Alright, we have technically no way back out of there. We will soon.
Construction complete.
But who do what is it 28k we need? Yeah, it's 28k for the Mandator. Hold on, I'm gonna double check that. I'm pretty confident 28k is the Mandator. Pretty confident. Mandator 3 or Mandator 2, yeah, it's Razor that has the Mandator. I was right. We need one more week and then it's there.
Construction complete.
How are we looking anyways? And star alignment's at 16. We're up to 7%. I think we were only at 4% before.
Construction complete.
Do you think it's an overrated ship in Star Wars? I mean, considering there's some people who like unironically think a Venator should be able to like 1v1 an Executor, probably that. But usually when I say that, though, it turns into people thinking that I'm saying that the Venator sucks. But it doesn't. Not what I'm saying. Alright, there we go. We can get ourselves a Mandator.
Constructing unit.
Fires conquered Findar. Alright, they're coming in the other direction, that's fine. That's what we expect. See if we can get back over to Levian.
Let's go.
Moving. Tactical battle imminent.
Ooh.
Enemy unit sighted.
How's Charlie doing? He did end his stream eventually, so that's good.
Choose your reinforcements.
So Charlie, last night we did the Phasmophobia stream. After that, the three of us played Splitgate just on their YouTube channel on X2. And then after that, Charlie was like super drunk, but decided he wasn't done yet. So he decided he'd go on Twitch and play Legend of Zelda. And as soon as they got on Twitch, he was like saying they were going to move to Twitch. Well, he was already streaming on Twitch. So that was like the first sign that something was wrong. And maybe 20 minutes in, he fell asleep and then streamed himself asleep for the next like 4 hours.
They will be destroyed.
It was pretty funny.
Are we free to attack?
Awaiting your command.
Coordinates received.
Reinforcements canceled. Reinforcements canceled.
All out. Weapons online.
There's some fighters, but
Preparing
Like, maybe it's the air-dependent ones that are... But it seems like that is the problem.
Reporting in. Roger that.
If I have to put money on it, that's where my money's going.
Targeting their weapon systems.
Form up. The lasers
Okay, medium turbos.
The laser
Heavy duels. Heavy duels.
laser cannons.
Attacking primary target.
Attacking target.
Get those medium. I should just focus on that.
Yes, sir. All batteries fire.
The lasers are on target.
Medium turbos. Here, you just go on that one now.
Reporting. Target priority is
Those medium turbos.
Ready for your orders. Understood, sir. Attacking the weapons.
standing by.
Fleet, your transmission gun.
Star Destroyer reporting in.
How many turbos do you have left? Just that.
Are our target.
That's not gonna live.
Ready to receive orders. Setting up my run, sir.
Battleship standing by.
Awaiting your orders. Our target priority
That's-
is the laser cannons.
They will be
That
Machine cruiser
destroyed.
reporting.
was there.
Awaiting your command.
Where'd he go?
The lasers are our target. Fire. Our target priority is the laser cannons. Your command, sir.
Targeting their weapon systems. Attacking primary target.
Commander. The lasers are our
The
target.
light turbos. More light turbo. Okay, it's dead. It's dead. I tried.
Reporting in. Roger that.
Spirit of Vengeance served us well.
Target priority
Ready
is
for
the
your
laser
orders.
The Empire was too much for it.
Form up. The lasers are our target. Our target priority is the laser cannons.
I haven't built any bulwarks yet, no.
Machine cruiser reporting.
It's all ion damage, so even though the shields got stripped off that pretty fast, it's not gonna die to it.
Crusaders' weapons are charged and ready.
I should have maybe moved the Spherenus up a bit more and taken out that that Vindicator first.
Let's move out. Star Destroyer standing by.
What was that order?
But we have more Cadalbes. That one's been present for almost every battle. It had a good run. Making room for the Mandator. Rest in peace. Rippin' pepperonis.
Moving. Moving.
Please make a video with tips on each faction in the game and each faction that's all coming. Very nice of you. So I did one for the Republic and Fall of the Republic. I do plan on doing more like faction guide videos and like beginner's guide videos for the mods as a whole, beyond just the faction ones. But I ended up deciding to wait for point 2 before taking that any further. Because there's a lot changing there, so doing it now and then having point 2 come out, not necessarily soon, but soonish, sooner, would be
Beginning construction.
Building under
probably less helpful for people.
Building cancelled. Beginning construction.
When When will Starhawk come to Thrawn's Revenge? The submod for it will release as soon as the ability's done and the new rig is tested.
Building under construction.
Because we still have to try a few different ways to handle the main tractor beam ability. But it's not just going to be the tractor beam ability, it's going to be something else.
Construction complete.
Because the tractor beam ability in EAW really sucks. Hopefully the PA doesn't go for Bilbringi anytime soon. Even though they're almost definitely going to. So we're going to go for Ord Mantell first. When we get the... When we get the Mandator. New Republic just wiped out the Greater Maldrude.
Beginning construction.
So it's time to upgrade. Right, I think we just need to go in and take this. Or they build up too much with the actual too many actual units there. Because they have a full production stack.
Order acknowledged.
Choose your reinforcements.
Order acknowledged.
Move out.
Heading out. Course plotted.
Reinforcements en
Yes,
route.
Commander. Order, sir. Reporting.
Alright, the rest of you get in strike breakers, and let's go around this way.
Ready.
Ready to receive orders. Moving out. Comlink active. Heading out.
Look, sir, it's them.
Roger that. Destination ahead. Form up.
Yes, sir. Roger.
Right, then we want anti-infantry. Okay, you guys go protect them.
Warm up.
Run. There you go.
Moving to that area, sir.
Back this way.
Mission
Let's
complete.
move out. Copy. Let's go.
I copy, sir. Right away.
Support
And we're
order
gonna drop one soldier there.
awaiting orders.
We can go see that.
Reporting.
Get that.
Going.
And
Yes, sir.
move in on this side.
Over there.
Most of you can fly, so just get in there.
I copy.
And I will get a support field base.
Moving out.
Yes, Commander.
You are gonna grab that.
Engines activated.
We've secured an abandoned sensor array.
Before we even have the stuff available, let's see what that is.
Standing by. Receiving orders. Aerial artillery reporting. Ready for orders.
Construction complete.
At the ready. Ready to receive orders. Comlink active.
The Nemesis is squishy enough that we have to be really careful with how far forward we leave it. We want the strike breakers and jail speeders tanking for it, but it can still get some decent damage off from pretty far back.
Reporting. Yes, sir. Yes, Commander. As you wish.
Yes, sir.
Copy.
All right, and we want to kill this as soon as we can.
Squadron moving out. Ready. Plans of proceeding. Command
One of
received.
you go in. This is going to stop us from using our bombing runs, no bees.
Standing by. Aerial artillery reporting. Heading for attack position.
Right, that's the IDT.
Ready for orders. At the ready.
Spreading
You all
out.
take cover.
Receive orders. Comlink active.
And looks like they pulled it back. Alright. Kill this first.
Right behind you.
Attack us
finish that off, and then we'll be able to use that sensor. So we want you there, we want Boombus and the other one, which I'm forgetting the name of, and then dropping before I read it. There we go. Now everyone run back.
Order acknowledged. Copy.
What did you mean by the Emperor of the Hand ground rework? What I was mentioning earlier in this episode with the soldiers is that they didn't get their companies redone, so they spawn off of one squad when everyone else did, and they've also got some other older cruft with how their rigs are done and everything. So that's what I was referring to there, but we are redoing all of their units on ground, like art-wise, and fixing any roll stuff. Most of their stats are in line with everything else. It's just older implementations and specifics in how the units end up working. So they need a lot of updating with that.
Target locked, Commander. Fire at will. Come on, man, this way. Locking on.
That's
Destroy.
Lead the way.
they're really going hard on that victory point.
Targeting. We'll check it out.
So I think we can actually just go into the base.
Heading out. We'll back you up. Destination ahead.
See if we can draw them out that way. Roadblock on in.
Let's go.
Droid program activated.
Because we can use the orbital bombardment on the victory point.
Keep going.
Keep watching the sky.
Rebel artillery reporting. Ready for orders.
Stay back. Rest of you on that. That'll barely let us see into the base if we use that. So I don't want to build a build pad there.
Receive orders. Comlink active.
Just go in this way. I guess we could get a repair pad.
Roger that. This way. Covering fire. Form up.
There. I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with that. There we go.
Ready. Awaiting orders.
Ready.
I didn't think they'd have any infantry there, so I was hoping we'd just be able to go in and get that ourselves.
Reporting.
But if they have one, if they have it,
Attack.
just bomb it.
Yes, sir.
Selected.
Just bomb it.
Yes, General.
Yes, Commander. Firing.
That's the tax agency. We don't need to kill it. Well, we do need to kill it, but we don't need to worry about it yet.
Receiving orders.
We're going to focus on their production structures.
Compensating for shield.
Target in sight. Lancet standing by. Planted. Targeting.
And we might even start pulling them back into their base this way.
Attack. Ready for orders. Fire. Covering fire. As you wish. Open fire. Attack on target.
Ground Hero's getting a buff the next update? No. We're pretty happy with how Ground Heroes work currently.
Providing backup. Fire at will. I got you covered through them.
That'll be all their structures.
Ready to receive orders.
Then we'll just want to move back to...
Yes, sir. Heading out.
I didn't even bring these guys up.
Comlink active.
Yeah, individual ones have been changed, but like there's not been a systemic everyone gets
Targeting.
50 more health or something.
Proceeding. Right behind you. Command received. Awaiting orders. Roger. Keep going. Copy. Right away. I copy. Reporting.
Let's pop that on there. Oh, they actually left. Well, may as well.
Commencing attack.
Roger. All right, men. Take cover.
Fill that with the infantry.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, they do have a field base up there. So we're going to want to heal as much as we can on that. And they have an AA turret somewhere. Or was that just infantry? There's the AA turret there.
Heading out.
Reporting in.
Thought they must have had another one.
Standing by. Mission ahead. Let's move out. Let's go. Aerial artillery
Right.
reporting. Keep
Then we're going to want to go in from the middle.
ready for orders. This way.
Here's what Hapan ground forces. They have the Archon tank, but that's pretty much it. The Archon tank is not a cannon ground unit for them either.
At the ready.
We've designed some other units for them, but the Archon, I think that's what AOTR called one of the Clone Wars tanks that they renamed for it. Might have had some edits beyond that, but
Engines activated.
yeah, that's not a canon thing either.
Roger that. Form up.
Comlink active. Receiving orders.
Covering fire.
Blast them out. As you wish. Squad
No, leave, leave! Oh my god.
copy. Engaging.
It didn't want to leave.
In sight. Ready for attack position. Transit proceeding. I copy.
So far we've made like
Orders.
3 tanks for them and a few speeders on top, like air speeders on top of that. Or 2 tanks plus the speeders. And they'll have several infantry as well.
Reporting.
Alright. We're just gonna take the victory point.
Moving out. Yes, Commander. Heading out.
I think we've even shown the concept art for the 2 main hover tanks.
Destination ahead.
It might have just been in the Admiral's Lounge, though. Not 100% sure. Haven Battle Dragon, are they going to get the one large Battle Dragon capital ship? That's another thing that is in other mods, but it's fanon. The, like, I think some mods call like the Queen Mother thing, where it's just a bigger, rounder Battle Dragon, but that, again, is their own invention. We're not using other mods fanon for it. That's the first Nemesis we've lost. We haven't lost another one.
Commander.
I think we've only ever built the 2.
Target confirmed.
We used to think the Song of War was probably larger, but I'm not sure where we got that impression. The way that Courtship of Princess Leia talks about battle dragons, there's some fudginess for like different size of those, but like the specific units that people suggest, like the Queen Mother battle dragon and that Archon tank, that is those are inventions of other mods. That's not canon stuff that we're adding. We're making our own stuff for it beyond that, which is not a criticism of those creations. It's just we don't source stuff from other mods for anything else. Not doing it for this either.